Hello everybody, my name is Dr. V.P. Nandini Sundar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing about string manipulation. Okay, so last video I have told you what do you mean by primitive data structures. In that we have discussed 4 different type of data structures. So one is primitive. Under primitive, we have discussed about integer, float, then string, boolean. So we'll just see what all can be done with strings. So that is what we'll call it as string manipulations. So strings are collections of alphabets, words, or other characters. In Python, essentially we create strings by enclosing a sequence of characters within a pair of single or double quotes. Okay, so that is what we have discussed in the last class. So let me just give you quick examples in Spider. I just have the variable called without underscore quote. Here I just assign hi. This is a word which does not contain any apostrophe. So that's the reason I am giving the variable name as without underscore quote. So you can very well see the variable name is without underscore quote and the type is str. Only one value has been assigned and the value is hi. Now let me just have an example for with the quote. So here, if you just give single quote and if you just say you don't like, then what will happen? Suppose assume I just give like this, you don't like. Okay. Now what will happen? You are getting an invalid syntax. Why means you are having one opening quote, whereas 2 ending quote. So that's the reason it is giving you an error. Rather, if a string contains an apostrophe, then you need to use double quotes. Okay, so how to correct it? Just press up arrow in your keyboard, get the previous command. Now you just change the single quote to double quote. Press and end, then you just change the single quote to double quote. Now can you see? So this is how you will get the proper output. So now even if you want to check it out in console, you can check like this by typing in the variable so that you get along with the apostrophe. So this is how you write the particular statement. Okay, so the other one is multi-line. How do you have it? So I just give m line, multi-line. This is a variable. Here I just give 3 times the apostrophe. Then I just give you are eager. I am just typing in a statement, guys. So I am just saying you are eager to register. Otherwise, I can say you are eager participants. Or I can very well say you are eager viewers. Okay, viewers to register for this for my live interactive data science course to learn in full. Okay, assume I am having a statement like this. So then I just use triple double quotes at both the ends. Okay. So now you can very well see this M line. So this is how you will have this. Okay. So that is how you can very well assign a single word without any quote in it or a statement with some quote in between where you have to use double quotes at both the ends. Suppose in case if you have got multi-line statements, then you need to use 3 double quotes at both the extremes. Okay, so this is how you can play with string assigning. Okay, now we'll just quickly see how to go with the string manipulations. Okay, so string manipulations. This is the comment I told you. If you just put a asterisk symbol before the heading, it will be treated as a comment. Now I just give good. Okay. Now I'm having another word called morning. Now I try to concatenate this. Okay, concatenate strings. And you can see here, since I have not given any space between the strings, it is giving me the combined string or concatenated two words called good morning. In case if I want to just give some space so that it will be meaningful, then I can give either here or here. Anyway, you can give it. Okay. So now you just get the output. It is giving you good morning. This is how you can have it. Now I just have one more word attached to it. Okay. So see here, if I want to just have all, I would like to wish everyone. Okay. So I just say all. Now can you see here, good morning all. Here also I can very well, now I will just show you here. I give space over here. So this is how you will be getting the output. Okay. So in this way you can concatenate 2 words, 3 words, whatnot. Then I would like to give you some point to be noted here. If you want, you can make a note of it, guys. So please note it. You cannot concatenate. You can't concatenate a variable with string. So this is not possible. For example, assume I am just having a variable called yes. Then I just give vital. Assign a word called vital. Now I just give yes. This is a variable. S is a string variable. Now I just try to concatenate a string called packages. So we cannot concatenate a variable yes with a string called packages. So this will give me an invalid syntax. So the thumb rule is we cannot concatenate a variable with string. To overcome this error, to avoid this error, we need to use the plus symbol to concatenate. So how to go about it? I have to recorrect this as yes plus packages. As simple as that, guys. So you need to use the concatenation symbol. Okay. So this is how you can very well have. Even if you want to have, need to have space, you can very well have like this. Now I can also use some like manipulations, some arithmetic operators in between the strings. So how can I have? Assume I just use 2 multiplied by awesome as a string. Okay. Then I just concatenate this with another string called job. Now let me see the output. This will not multiply. So in which case 2 multiplied by awesome will give me 2 times the awesome to be printed. So that is the meaning behind it. Okay. So awesome, awesome. Since I am concatenating job to it, the output will be awesome, awesome job. So this is how you will get it. You will also have the output to check the. So you can also see the IntelliSense. This is how you will get the IntelliSense, guys. So if you want to just find out the length of the string, then I just give len as the built-in. Len of what variable I have to find out the length. So that I have to supply. So len of yes. So you can see here. If you want, you can print the value for s also. So write it. You count it, the length will be 5. So this is how you will be finding out the length of the variable. In case if you want to find out the addition, okay, so that also you can do it. For example, I just have another variable called x. I'm just giving it as total. Okay, now I just define yet another variable called y, where I am assigning security. Okay. My intention is to combine these two words with an ampersand symbol. Some special character I would like to include between these two string variables. How to do it? As simple as that. Just give x plus ampersand symbol. That you give it in the quotes. Okay. Then I just give plus y. As simple as that. So it is giving me total and security. If you want to have the space in between, so you just give space before and after ampersand. Now you see the output, it is pretty much clear. Okay. Now I want to just use the repeat. Okay. Let me just give the comment as repeat. The same way as you have done it for awesome, the same way I would like to just use this x variable. Then I use multiplication symbol, then I give some 3. See it is not going to do any arithmetic operation, rather it will just give total. Since my value of x is total, 3 times I am asking it to concatenate. Okay, so that's how we are getting the output as total. Now I just want to do the range slicing, subset of the particular word I would like to have it, which I'll call it as range slicing. Okay, so how to go about it? I just declare or define the variable called z, where I just give x of, this is a square bracket, okay, x of 3 colon, this is starting position, 3 is my starting position, then I just give colon, then closing bracket. Always remember, in Python, the first index position is 0. Then you will be incrementing it by 1. Okay, so that is how it will go on. So you can see here, now I print the value of z, you can see AN. So you just have t as 0, first letter character is 0, then O will be the index position 1, then 2 t and a small t will be index position 2, then 3 will be A. So starting from third, that is index 3, till the end of the string, it will print all the characters. That is the meaning of colon. So starting index position and then colon will give till the end of the string. Okay, so that is how you will get the output. This is called as range slicing. Now I just give z2. I am using another variable called z2, where I just give y of 0. I am extracting one character after other and try to combine separately. Okay, this is also possible. I am extracting the character which is in the first position in the y variable, plus I am extracting the second character which is in the index position 1. Then I am trying to combine these two and assign it to another variable called z2. So that is the explanation, guys. So z2, can you see? Yes, see. The total y, if you want to add, I just print it out here. So this is how. First position is, second position character is e. So it is combining these two, and thereby you are getting the output as SE, which is assigned to Z2. Okay. Now I just reassign the value of x. Okay. X to 2, then y to 3. So let me repeat once again, guys. So though 2 and 3 are numbers, since it is enclosed within a code, it is no more an integer, rather it is a string, and rather it is not a character. Character also will be given only in the form of string in Python. So x and y are string data type. Even you can cross check type of x. Okay. So I just give type of x. So str. The same way I just use up arrow, replace x with y. You can see here type of y as str. So this is how you can very well have this one type as str. You can cross check it. Okay. So the same way you can also use another built-in called capitalize. So how to do it? I just use string data type dot capitalize is the function. Capitalize. Now I just pass in the string. Okay. Now it is the first letter. The first letter will be converted. The I will be converted to the uppercase character. So this is called as capitalize. Yes, guys, that's all for this video. Like you can very well go through the remaining videos under the playlist called data science. So the part 2 of the string manipulations, you can see it in the forthcoming video, guys. Thank you once again. So those who have not subscribed so far, please go ahead, subscribe it to get the notification and you can be benefited out of it. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.